Imani blinks, tears filling her eyes. You carry life. That is not shame. That is power. Patricia Whitfield paces, wine glass in hand. Richard sits in his leather chair, stern. She thinks she can sit at our table like she belongs. This girl will ruin our family's reputation. Richard sighs. We need to be careful. The press can't catch wind of this. Ethan lounges nearby, scrolling on his phone, smirking. She won't say anything. She's too scared. Patricia turns, eyes sharp. Fear fades. We'll make sure she stays silent. Imani walks slowly through the courtyard, her belly showing now. Whispers follow her. There's the Whitfield's mistake. She trapped Ethan. Everyone knows. Imani's cheeks flush. She grips her books tighter, walking faster. A kind teacher, Ms. Alvarez, stops her. Don't let their whispers write your story. You know your truth. Imani nods weakly, holding back tears. Imani sits across from Ethan, hoping for a shred of support. He sips his latte casually, scrolling his phone. Ethan, this is your baby too. Why can't you stand with me? He smirks. Because I don't have to. My family has lawyers. Money. Power. You have nothing. Imani stares at him, stunned. Then maybe that's why I'm stronger than you. She rises, walking out. Ethan watches her leave, unease flickering in his eyes. Imani lies on the exam bed, Gloria at her side. The doctor moves the ultrasound wand. Suddenly, a faint heartbeat fills the room. Imani's eyes widen, tears streaming. That's my baby. Gloria squeezes her hand. And that sound is louder than all their shame. The Whitfields host a lavish party. Guests laugh, glasses clink. Suddenly, the doors open. Imani steps in, belly visible, Gloria at her side. The room falls silent. Patricia's smile freezes. What is she doing here? Imani lifts her chin, eyes steady. I came to show you, that shame doesn't live here anymore. Gasps ripple through the crowd. Freeze frame on Patricia's furious face. Imani and Gloria step into the glittering party. Guests in gowns and tuxedos stop mid-sentence, eyes locked on the young pregnant girl standing defiantly under the golden chandelier. Patricia Whitfield's face tightens into a mask. She glides toward them, every click of her heels echoing like a gavel. You weren't invited. Imani meets her gaze, chin lifted. That never stopped you from talking about me. Tonight, you can hear me instead. The room murmurs. Richard Whitfield rises slowly, his voice deep. Imani, this is a private event. Leave before you embarrass yourself further. They dressed her humiliation in silk and chandeliers. But even diamonds cannot outshine the truth. Patricia signals to Ethan. He saunters over, drink in hand, smirk plastered across his face. Wow. You really showed up. What do you want, Imani? A seat at this table? Imani's voice quivers but doesn't break. I don't need your table. I'm building my own. The guests gasp. Patricia laughs coldly, covering her mouth. Building with what? Welfare checks. Your kind doesn't build legacies. You drag them down. The words slice the air. Imani's eyes brim with tears. Gloria squeezes her hand tightly, whispering. Stand, baby. Don't let them see you bow. Crystal chandeliers. Golden cutlery. The Whitfields sit around a massive dining table. At the far end, Imani Brooks, 17, pregnant, hands folded tightly in her lap, stares at the untouched plate before her. Patricia Whitfield, the matriarch, leans forward with a thin smile. So this is the girl. The one carrying our son's mistake. The room chuckles faintly. Ethan, seated smugly, avoids Imani's gaze. Imani's cheeks burn. She whispers softly. He's not a mistake. He's my baby. Patricia's smile fades, replaced with ice. Not in this family, he's not. The silence is suffocating. In a world of gold and chandeliers, they tried to shame her. But what they didn't know, was that her child's first cry would silence them all. Flashback, modest neighborhood. Imani Brooks, books clutched to her chest, walks home from school. She is bright, ambitious, dreaming of college. But everything changed when she fell in love with Ethan Whitfield, the wealthy heir. He promised forever. Then she got pregnant. Instead of support, Ethan vanished. His family demanded she stay quiet. Gloria Brooks, Imani's mother, sits at the table in her nurse's uniform. Bills scattered. She holds Imani's hand. Baby, those people don't see us. They see a problem. But you are not a problem. You are a promise. Imani wipes tears, nodding. I just want my baby to be accepted. Gloria kisses her forehead. Then fight with dignity. Even if they slam the door, stand in the doorway. Weeks later, a formal envelope arrives. Gold seal, the Whitfields. Inside, an invitation to Sunday dinner. Imani trembles. This is it. Maybe they'll finally listen. Gloria sighs, knowing better. Or maybe they'll test you. Be ready. Imani enters the Whitfield mansion, chandeliers, marble floors, servants. Patricia greets her with a forced smile. Dinner begins. Snide remarks pepper the air. Richard questions her plans. Ethan avoids eye contact. Patricia insinuates Imani trapped her son. Imani sits silently, humiliation burning through her. As dessert is served, Patricia leans across the table. When that baby is born, don't expect him to carry our name. Imani gasps softly, clutching her stomach. The chandelier light flickers above her. Imani slams the door shut, tears streaking her face. Her mother, Gloria, rises from the table in alarm. Baby? What happened? Imani collapses into her arms, sobbing. They said my baby will never carry their name. Gloria's eyes harden. She strokes her daughter's braids, whispering. Names don't make families. Love does. And this child will never lack that. Imani shakes her head, voice trembling. But what if they're right, Mama? What if my baby grows up invisible? Gloria cups her chin. Invisible to them, maybe. But not to God. Not to me. And not to you. The next morning, Gloria takes Imani to see Pastor Daniels, a wise man in his 60s with kind eyes. His shelves are stacked with books, his desk cluttered with Bibles and notes. Imani sits nervously, her hands folded. Imani, I heard what happened last night. She lowers her eyes, ashamed. They looked at me like I was nothing. Like my baby was, shame. Pastor Daniels leans forward, voice calm but firm. Child, you're not the first they've tried to shame. But shame only sticks if you wear it. Don't let them sew their label into your soul. Imani's chest heaves. The cruel whispers buzz in her ears like wasps. Flashback, hallway at school, students laughing, Whitfield's mistake. Flashback, Ethan sneering in the cafe, you have nothing. Her knees weaken. For a moment, she looks like she might crumble. Then she hears it, a gentle voice in memory, Pastor Daniels. Shame only sticks if you wear it. Imani steadies herself. She wipes her tears, breath trembling but strong. You see shame. I see life. And he's kicking inside me right now. A few women in the crowd exchange guilty looks, touched despite themselves. Patricia, seeing the crowd sway, sharpens her blade. She raises her glass, voice cutting. Ladies and gentlemen, forgive the interruption. What you see here is what happens when gold mixes with dirt. The crowd murmurs, shocked by her cruelty. Imani clenches her fists. Her voice cracks but pushes through. You call me dirt? Dirt grows seeds. Dirt grows roots. Without it, even gold has nothing to stand on. Silence. Patricia falters for a moment. Suddenly, cameras flash. Local journalists, tipped off by whispers of scandal, push through the doors. Is it true, Mrs. Whitfield? Your son fathered this girl's child? Patricia freezes, mask cracking. Richard curses under his breath. Ethan stammers. She's lying. She trapped me. The reporters swing to Imani. Her eyes glisten, but her voice is steady. No trap. Just truth. And truth has a heartbeat. She places her hand over her stomach. Click, click, cameras fire like thunder. The story is now public. Gloria steps forward, voice rising. You can try to bury my daughter with lies, but one day soon, her child will cry. And when that cry fills the air, no amount of money will silence it. Some guests nod solemnly. Others clap softly. The room is shifting. Patricia grips her glass so tightly it nearly shatters. Patricia leans close to Richard, whispering furiously. If she ruins us, she won't live to see that baby grow. Richard's eyes widen at her venom. The camera pans to Imani, unaware of the whisper, her face glowing with fragile pride. Gloria and Imani walk home from the Whitfields' mansion. The glow of chandeliers behind them fades into the night. Imani presses her hand to her belly, the baby kicking restlessly. Mama, he knows. He felt it too. Gloria pulls her daughter close, whispering. Let them talk. Let them scheme. That child is ours, not theirs. Patricia slams papers onto Richard's desk. If the press gets hold of this, our empire crumbles. We must file for custody. Say she's unfit. Young, poor, unstable. The court will side with us. Richard rubs his temples, conflicted. Ethan lounges nearby, pale and shaken. Maybe we should just let it go. Patricia glares. Silence, Ethan. You may have failed. But I will not. Imani wakes, gasping. Her sheets are wet. Mama, it's time. Gloria bolts up. She grabs the hospital bag. Fluorescent lights. Nurses rush. Imani is wheeled into a room, gripping Gloria's hand. Sweat pours down her face. Mama, I can't. Yes, you can, baby. You already survived worse. Now bring life. The Whitfields arrive in sleek black cars. Patricia storms in, heels echoing. Reporters swarm. Mrs. Whitfield, are you here to support the mother of your grandchild? Patricia lifts her chin, cold. We're here to ensure the child enters the world with dignity. Behind her, Ethan stares at the floor, guilt eating at him. Imani pushes, screams echoing. Gloria wipes her forehead. Patricia bursts in with Richard and Ethan, ignoring the nurses. Sign these papers. Hand the child over. Spare yourself the shame. Imani sobs, shaking her head. He's mine. He's not your trophy. Patricia leans close, whispering venom. You'll never raise him. Not in this world. Gloria steps between them, eyes blazing. Then we'll build our own world. One where love is richer than your money. Suddenly, a wail pierces the room. The baby's first cry. The sound silences everyone. Nurses lift the newborn, small fists waving, lungs declaring life. Imani collapses back, tears flooding her face. Gloria sobs with joy. Even Patricia freezes, her mouth open, eyes wide. The arrogance drains from her face. The nurse places the baby in Imani's arms. She whispers, rocking gently. "Shoo, you are not shame. You are light." Ethan steps forward hesitantly, tears in his eyes. "He looks like you." Patricia glares, but Richard grips her wrist, shaking his head. For once, the patriarch sees what truly matters. The camera pans, Imani cradling her baby, Gloria's hand on her shoulder, Ethan quietly watching, Patricia silent in the corner, defeated. They tried to shame a girl. They tried to erase her child. But life itself rose up to silence them. With one cry, dignity returned to its rightful owner. And the world was reminded, wealth may build walls, but only love builds legacies. If you believe no child should ever be born into shame, share this story. Subscribe for more Black Voices.